Hello. I am Ezra, but you already know that. And what I'm showing you is if you're going to be going to World 1 Games, this is how you get there. You're going to want to come in through the second story near Macy's by the Image Day Spa. And if you keep on walking, which is what we're doing, we're walking, we're talking, we're having a good time. World 1 has a new location. If you're like, oh, where have they been? And if you're not familiar with World 1, they are the premier the premier video game dealer in town that is mom and pop ran, and they do hold the award from the Santa Maria Sun for runner-up and best place to geek out. Why is that important here in this town? Because there aren't many places to geek out in town, but this place you can. So here we are walking into, you're going to look for that, World 1 Games. Right here, this is your spot. Christmas in November, that's what we're doing. That's why I'm rocking the Santa hat, the black Santa hat. Why? Because it looks dope with everything I'm wearing. Anyway, I'm a huge Funko Pop vinyl fan. Do the unveilings, I've done a lot of unboxing videos. So they have a huge collection. If there's something you may not have in your Funko Pop vinyl collection, you're going to want to come here and scope it out. Like if you're one who went and bought all the Pop Mysteries at Hot Topic hoping to get the green Deadpool, you got him here. If you're looking for him, they got him here. That's a really good looking green Deadpool. Why a green Deadpool? Because all Deadpools are cool. And that's, I could go on for days about the Funko Pop vinyls. You have your blind bag purchases. You got all kinds of really fun keychains, mini bobbleheads, all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, they got them for only $12.99 too. Considering how much that I spent trying to get them and I didn't get them. Like I spent quite a bit of coin trying to hope I got the green one and I didn't. We ended up with like 3 blue ones and all that good stuff. But anyway, for what you pay going pop vinyl hunting, I've done it with my dear Shalane. We've gone and sifted through pop vinyls right and left. So if they have one here you want, come here and get them, because this is the spot. Oh, they got Baby Metal. I saw these chicks in concert. They're pretty cool. I know some people hate them, but Baby Metal's dope. They're pretty cool. They got a good sound. You got to realize they got a backup band, and you got to love them too. Anyway, they also have sexy dancers. We'll show that later. They got costumes, jackets. They got all kinds of cool clothing. If you're into even the at all, I'm overwhelmed because every time I come here I see something else that is new to me. Even as I'm talking to you guys right now, I'm seeing more and more things that I didn't realize they had. They got I think that's the Fallout jacket. Oh man. The only reason I'm not taking anything off to show you is because I'm trying to hold my mic, and if I go to hang that up wrong, I'm going to feel bad. Because I don't like people going through my closet, going through more stuff. More blind bags, more bobbleheads. They got the Wacky Wobblers. They got the big mini mates. They have the limited edition Hikari vinyls as well. They have some really awesome collector stuff, and the reason why I'm getting excited about that is, again, one, there's not many places in town to buy it. 2, you can buy it from a local mom and pop shop and help out really good people. And 3, this is a video game store originally. This store has their origins from being a booth in the discount mall, from being in a former barber shop, all the way to working their way into this mall. And there's been a lot of businesses that had a hard time in our mall. They haven't. They've been very successful. I think things like this have helped build their rapport and with people, like carrying Pokemon cards that people have come in and demanded. They've got that. So many fun stocking stuffers here. If you're doing holidays, they have a ridiculous amount of really cool stuff that would all be really fun to have in a stocking. They got buttons, they got stickers, patches, mystery blind bags they call. I wonder if blind people are offended by that term, blind bags. But we're going to keep on moving here. A bunch of really cool t-shirts. So many. You guys need to just come check them out yourself. We got action figures. We have some really really killer figures. Action figures have sure evolved from what I know them being. I grew up on 3.75, 3 3/4 inch size GI Joes, so to see the artwork that has gone into all these figures. Oh, they got the Jessica Jones and the Daredevil, and you can, well, I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking because it's gonna make this not be a family related video. But if you've seen Defenders, you know what I'm talking about with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Anyway, haha, these things are really fun. If you're gonna be doing a New Year's Eve party, you're gonna want to get a pair of some of these fun glasses here. These are gonna be cool for New Year's and for any time. I mean, I think people should just wear these anywhere, but these are all really cool for the New Year's Eve coming up. We've got the gallery Deadpool. We got the desktop decor right here. If I was one day when I'm ahead of a Fortune 500 company, I'm gonna come in and buy a bunch of these and put on my desk. And then over here we have a huge collection here of DVDs. DVDs are still cool to watch. I don't care what anybody says. It's still fun to pop a disc in, and some things are only in disc format. They've got a bunch of animes. They've got some Family Guys. They've got all kinds of really good things. And I know that anybody who's like, oh, why don't you just stream that stuff? Sometimes your stream doesn't quite work, or sometimes it's just, if you're in the car, like you got a DVD player in the car, you want to watch something. You don't always need to stream everything. If you have a hard copy of something, sometimes the hard copy is the only thing out there. And if something's streaming, you can't rely on a streaming service always carrying a show you like. You never know if Disney's going to start something and then go, oh, we're going to take it off of Netflix now because we're starting our own streaming service. Okay, I will stop there. More animes. We got, oh, scarves. Talking winter. It doesn't get that cold here, but it gets cold enough for you to require scarves and beanies. Well, we'll get over there in a second. We're showing you more DVDs. Now, scarves, beanies. I point that out because if we're talking about Christmas, you're going to want to look at the fact that you can get everybody all nice and warm and toasty. It doesn't snow here on the Central Coast, but it does get cold enough to require those, to require fleeces, to require throws. All this nice stuff to keep you warm is going to keep you warm during the cold holidays coming. We got the Bean Boozled Challenge. I see these are flying off here. They had way more last time I was here. People are loving this Bean Boozled Challenge. I don't know if I have the guts to do it, but if you do, try the Bean Boozled Challenge. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. But chances are, if you're watching this video on whatever medium it's being shown in, you probably know what the Bean Boozled Challenge is. We've got puzzles. We've got lunch boxes. We've got clocks. I had this figure. This thing's awesome. I had the soft stomach. I had Blob. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I should probably tell somebody I want this for Christmas. Got the Dragon Ball sweater. We got, man, they have so many clothes. I'm just like, because like I said, every time I come in here, I see something else that I didn't even realize they had. And I'm looking and going, well, they have that? It's hard to come here sometimes and just get down to talking with some of my friends at work here and coming for what I came for, because, you know, and it's a good way to get distracted is what it is. If I'm going to get distracted, I want distracted by all this stuff. Kids want something really cool and hip for, or the ladies, anybody. Y'all can use these backpacks, these book bags. They got some really good looking stuff over here for the fall, or no, the spring season coming up if you're going to school in college, or if you just need a new backpack because you're tired of the one you have. And I said I was going to talk about games earlier, but so here I am now. I'm already approaching. I just bought a DS and I'm in love with it. And I've been spending a lot of time looking at the DS games, old school Game Boy games. They've got, if you're a collector and you like to have how things were, the way they looked, they've got old school Atari games still in the box. Their stuff's in really good shape too, like really high quality. They don't just let junk in here. Like, it hasn't been sitting out in the sun. I love the swap meet, but if there's one downfall to the swap meet is things sitting out in the sun, even just a couple days of exposure to the sun is going to kill what the actual product becomes. It's going to warp and fade the box. Everything's wrapped, protected over here. And if it isn't, they price it accordingly. Like for some of these, they're in a good showcase. These things are really well taken care of. You got your DS, got your Game Boy Advance, got some really cool old school PlayStation classics. Metal Gear Solid, I'm looking at it from here. I've spent lots of hours being very stressed out at Metal Gear Solid, thinking, oh my god, I'm going to get caught. So we're going to keep it rolling. I'm not going back there because that's the bathroom, and I don't need to show you guys a bathroom because you know what one looks like. But they do repairs. I will throw that in for you real quick. They do repairs on like all major systems. So if you have a system that you need something fixed with, they're going to be able to do it. I got to show you the Virtual Boy because that is a fun piece of nostalgia. It's a conversation piece. They were hard to play, I ain't going to lie, but it's a good piece of nostalgia. It'd be worth it to... Don't go stealing my idea, but if you want to buy one and then have people try to play it, but don't steal my idea, or if you do, like, throw me a shout out. Now we get to some of the creme de la creme. You get to, yeah, you're like, what, Sega Saturn? Yeah, Sega Saturn games were amazing. I loved Sega Saturn. They've got those. Apparently, there's actually a big market for Sega Saturn. And a lot of their games, like I said, they still have games still in the box. And Nintendo. I could talk for days about how much Nintendo did for the video game industry, saving it, bringing it back out of the coals. They got the Punisher game. My cameraman George and I we have a whole discussion about Punisher, the series coming up, and we touch on Punisher. So I gotta point that out because they got it. That was a pretty cool game. Like, I wouldn't even start. I could do a whole separate video just talking about games themselves, but I'm trying to get you guys around the store here. To my left here, some of the much more highly end collectible stuff. They have sword replicas, weapon replicas, key replicas from throughout gaming history. It's cool. Minecraft book there. They got Pokemon pins. They got the Naruto knives. They got they have things that if I can't name everything, then that's because I know what I do, but I don't know everything. So some of the stuff you guys are gonna watch this video and go, hey, why don't you get someone who knows what they're talking about? You come in here and try to name everything and where it's from. Like, I've lived a life, but they have so much stuff. This store goes beyond the scope of my ability to even name everything. Like if I said I played all these games, I'd have to not be filming this commercial to have played all these games. Super Nintendo. They got Super Nintendo games really well taken care of. So for those of you who did get in line and freak out over getting the mini Super NES and you didn't get one and you're ready to drop a lot of coin, you could probably come here and buy a Super NES and a controller and buy the games you genuinely want to play and not have to pay for any more games you don't want and spend about the same of what you're going to. So think about that. Think about going online. And one thing I will say too, these guys have a really good knowledge of receiving. There's games out there that aren't legit. Like, people are known in the past to buy blank games where they change the label on them and you order a game, and their games, all their stuff is all super legit. Lanyards, real quick, and touch on those because so many people need a lanyard for something. There's a lot of people with a lot of jobs, a lot of keys, kids in high school. People always need lanyards for something all the time. Next, we have our Sega Genesis game collection over here. A really dope thing about Genesis was the way that the games came in their own box. I really liked that. Got some out of the box, but they're priced accordingly to help you out with that. We've got a Wii U, now a much hotter product that The Switch is out on the market for people who are skeptic on the Switch, or for people who have looked back and realized, you know what, that system had quite a legacy to it. You can come here and check that out. They got the Retron 5, which plays multiple consoles worth of games. They got some Sega 32X games, more backpacks up top, more Super Nintendo games. This showcase right here has some of the very, very highly desired games in here. A little bit of the we'll call it the higher price stuff, because this is all the very highly collectible games and very, very sought after. Like, we've got River City Ransom, Ninja Turtles Manhattan Project. You've got the Majora's Mask, a brand new one. Because, again, with cartridges and such being the way they were, their collectability has really, really held. It's held. They got a Wii Mini. I just found out about those. Those are cool. It's you just want to get down and play some Wii games and not have to worry about farting around online. Got more Wii games. PS3. I'm gonna kind of go a little bit quicker here because I want to just show you, give you an idea of the vastness of the games. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to soak in and just look at all of this. That's 5 seconds, but look at all that. All the goodies. Star Wars fans, we have lightsaber replicas. We got phone chargers. We got really cool plates, silverware, fun things like that. Now we do have, I said, more clothes. They do have more shirts over here. All these things have really built up how big this store has become over its time and over this World 1-1's existence. You've got plushes. I just, behind me, they're gone because some customers don't want filmed, but some people that didn't want filmed just bought a pillow. And so that was cool to see, because I see people buy a little bit of everything all the time over here. They're doing good things for good people. They let you come in and scope it out. So what you want to do, we're gonna finish this up here by showing you the men with the plan right here. I want to introduce you to Rudy, to the beautiful Rudy, and the oh so sexy AJ. These guys are gonna take really good care of you. When you come into this shop, they're not gonna get in your face like people are known for at other game stores, where people like, well, hey, get out of business. What do you want? Like, make your experience uncomfortable. These guys are gonna come in, take really good care of you throughout the holidays, beyond the holidays. So that was exhausting. I'm already exhausted just from trying to stop shopping while I'm trying to show you guys the store. So remember, World 1-1, second story in the mall. You're gonna want to get through the exit that's closest to Main Street. It's across from Macy's. Again, that's World 1-1, and they are located in Santa Maria Town Center, your holiday shopping headquarters.